Okay, so Signature just hit me with Desperation Road. This is the new film from Nadine Crocker. She directs, and Michael Farris Smith has written the screenplay. It is produced by Nadine Crocker, Cassian Ells, Walter Justin, and Michael Farris Smith. It is executive produced by Jamie Zalias, Ryan Winterstone, Jordan Wagner, Courtney Simmel, Jay Seals, Paul Roberts, Veronica Radelli, Max Oswald, David J. Myrick, Joel David Moore, Nathan Klinger, Patrick Joston, James Isolé, Stephen Hayes, Joshua Harris, Peter Graham, Greg Friedman, Mark Fasano, James D. Gicamo, Tom Colliver, Ford Corbett, Katie Bondenhammer, Melissa Bale. So Haim Mazar handles the music, Cy Turnbull cinematography, while we've got Jing Han on editing duties. Carrie Adino and Kathy Campbell took care of casting. Molly Wartell, production design. Set decoration is Megan Glasper, while costume design is Nina Chernak Rosenberg. Andrea Al, Justin Lee Aldridge, Leslie Humphrey, and Tony Vincent handled hair and makeup. So our cast. Well, people, we have got Maben, played by Willa Fitzgerald. Her daughter Annalie is played by Piper Braun. We then have got Russell, played by Garrett Hedlund. His dad, Mitchell, played by Mel Gibson. Mitchell's companion, friend. We don't really know exactly what she does, but Consuela is played by Paulina Galvez. Right, we've got Russell's best friend Boyd, played by Woody McClan, who's also a police officer, and his ex Sarah McGee, played by Ella Thomas. We then have got there's Jason, played by Carl Rankin. Jason's brothers, right? There is Larry, played by Ryan Hurst, and Walt, played by Michael Aaron Milligan. We also have got who else do we? Well, there's Clint, right, played by Shiloh Fernandez. Dana, played by Kat Foster. We've got Lacey, played by Katie Bondenhammer. Cody, played by Cody, who is Lacey's son, I believe, and Lacey is also Larry's ex. So Cody is played by Brady Gentry. There's Brenda, played by Benita Ellery. Gina, played by Cassandra Schumer. That's our main group of people, I would say. And the story is this: a southern noir thriller set in a tough and tumble Mississippi town where a woman and her young daughter are caught in the crossfire when whiskey, guns, and a desire for revenge violently intersect. I feel there's a lot more, like a lot more to this story than that, right? So it is actually an adaptation of a book, right? A book from the screenwriter himself, Michael Farris Smith, which came out in 2017, right? Same name, Desperation Road. So we have this. Now, we start off, right? We start off with oh gosh, where do we oh yeah, I feel we start off with Maben, right? So she's in a situation. Um, like she's going around with her daughter. We see her, stop off at a motel type spot. And they've got hardly any money, right? You can see that. So she's in the car park turning tricks. Now, you don't know, does she do this regularly? Is this how she gets the money? It feels like it's a possible thing that's done whenever they're real low on cash, because we see them shoplifting, stealing, and she's by a lorry when the police come. And that's when all of her story goes sideways, right? But after all of this goes down, we cut right to Russell, who gets out of prison, and then is jumped, right? He's jumped by these two brothers, Larry and Waltz. And there okay, so there's something, right? There's a history here. Either, they're getting him for like snitching, like maybe there's some previous prison beef, right? Or someone got killed and their relatives, but something has gone down. So we have all of this different stuff going on. And there's some interesting things. There are some interesting things, and there's some well played roles, right? The cast isn't bad, like, and there's certain cast members that get a lot to do, and so they can really show, their talents, right? So, Maben and Russell, they're our main focus. So yeah, Fitzgerald and Hedlund, they get a lot, right? And we buy into their inner pain and demons and suffering and torment, all of that. We buy into it. Ryan Hurst as Larry, real good job. You can see he's an alcoholic. You can see that he is very troubled. He's got problems and anger and just all of this stuff. We see it. He shows it very well. Shiloh Fernandez, we do buy he's a slimy piece of shit cop, right? That all of those things, you can tell that Sarah, there's something there. There was some, like, there was a difficult situation. Ella Thomas does a good job, though, right? It's one of the few minor characters where they're able to really show something, right? Because Sarah is in it one time, right? But it is an emotional scene, which is good for Thomas, right? She gets to shine. But Mitchell, Russell's dad, played by Mel Gibson, he's not really given anything, right? You do kind of feel, what was the point in bringing Mel Gibson into this? Because you gave him nothing, absolutely nothing. But even he still has more than poor Paulina Galvez, who plays Consuela, who is just basically there to nod, smile, and go, I'll go cook. That's her, right? It's just like, oh, fuck. Walt as Larry's brother, again, does not really get much at all to do here. So it's funny. Larry's ex, Lacey, and her son Cody, nothing really, and you wonder why they are here, right? So we have a lot of characters that do appear, but have nothing really to do. We don't understand their motivations. We don't get it. Like, Boyd is probably the biggest non-star role, and Woody McLean doesn't do a bad job, but it's just the role is it's very weird because he's best friends with Russell. And first he's like, you should have told me you were getting out, would have come and picked you up, and he's trying to help him out, right? But then you go from, he's either trying to help him or accusing him of something, and there's no real combat. Like, they're friends, they've been friends for the longest, so you just think there's certain things that could have been sorted out. Like, there's something Boyd says early on which then indicates, if information is relayed, this probably would have been resolved, right? He's like, oh, he's been here for 2 years, and straight away he's been in trouble, right? Things probably caught up with him, right? He was a piece of shit. That's what Boyd tells us straight. That's what he tells us. So you're just like, yo, if that's the case, then, and there would have probably been there. I mean, there would have been evidence for the phones and a medical. So it's just like, why did we not? There's just things that are happening that make no sense. We're told the car was in the middle of the road, right? So I get, look, if you're drink driving, yeah, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You didn't need to do that. What are you doing? But if a car is parked with no lights on in the middle of the road, there is a little culpability there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not explained because they're in the middle of the fucking countryside. Like, why would you park in the road? So that's just so random. And just these characters intersecting, it does feel like it's a stretch. It does feel like it's a stretch, Now, obviously, when you do a book, you have more real estate to play with, right? To flesh things out, to really get into the minutiae of a story. So with this, we've got, I think it's hour and 40 minutes, hour and 40 to 50 minutes, round about that. And which does feel like a long time, but they don't really utilize that time that well. So there are bits where you're just thinking, where is this going? And then you're left with, how are they going to tie this up in 20 minutes? And so, yeah, the story is just a bit all over the place. And as I said, look, I feel in the book there's probably more. It probably makes more sense, a lot of the things that are going down. But yeah, we are left scratching our heads a bit with this, I have to say. But as I said, look, we get some really good performances. You know, performance wise, it's all good, right? The atmospheric feel, it's good. Though, right? You have people like Larry that, you know, obviously do not take care of themselves. Do not. Their clothes are dirty. You can see they're unwashed, they're unkempt, but their teeth are white and shiny. Right? No, hey, look. Not everyone's maybe gonna pick up on that, but if we're saying a character is one thing, but they've got mad shiny white ass teeth, that yeah, it kind of ruins the effect. We need to, like, you can't just dirty up someone's clothes. You gotta take care of the teeth as well, because that's always weird. That's always fucking weird, right? But yeah, you know, there's things that work. There's things that work well, but just the story is a little bit, and it kind of gets wrapped up mad neat at the very end, and you're just like, hold on, like, hold on, you know, like you think there's ways of tying it all, you know. And I was thinking, there's also the explanation could have been just, you know, if a certain thing is said, it changes it and makes it more palatable. But yeah, it does get kind of tied up very neatly. And you're just like, wait, hold on. Like, what are we doing here? That seems real fucking crazy and neat. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is possibly an issue because look, we've got Farris Smith adapting his own book and he's also producing. So I feel you need that a separation so someone's can go, I'm not sure if that works, right? If we flip this, that could be better. And I don't think we get that when you know what I mean, you're the one who's written, adapted, and you're producing. It all gets a little bit, yeah. But I don't know, people. Listen, it is out on all your favorite VODs on Monday, the 20th of November, you know? So, yes, if you are a keen, I mean, things like Pig, right? If you liked Pig, then this could work for you know? If you like that kind of middle of nowhere story, people trying to sort shit out, all of that jazz, then yeah, Desperation Road could be the one for you. So Monday, the 20th of November, mark it down, people.